Dungeons and Dragons. I'm so happy that we can get back together and do this again. I don't know if you caught the Minds of Madness stream that we did about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but it was fucking awesome. And now we have a new crew back ready to go at it again. So, you know me, of course. I'm Ken Breeze, Burling's Beard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it. If you're watching on Twitch or if you're watching on YouTube, definitely give us a like or say hi or, do something fun. I don't know. Anyways, let me go ahead and introduce you to our awesome, awesome players. We have Finley. Finley, why don't you tell us about your character and about yourself, please?
Hi, my name's Finley. I'm going to be playing Durak, the Furbolg. More about his special talents later on. But when you look at Durak, you see a sort of 8 foot tall giant kin.
Yep.
He's wearing some plain homespun shirts, pants, boots. He's carrying this really gnarled, thick oaken staff and a wooden shield. And as you observe him, you notice that he is going up to all of the trees and the little seeds and the flowers and seems to be chit-chatting with them. Whatever they're talking about, it's fascinating.
Love it.
So
Love it.
that's me.
Thank you. And could you please tell us about your character, Kelsey?
Hey, I am playing Callie, Halfling Rogue. She's pretty short. She has red braided hair and freckles, and she is wearing really ratty studded leather armor with all these like belt pouches and things attached to it. And she always has a deck of playing cards in her hand because she is both really good at doing tricks with it and she can whip them as weapons. And she also has a teacup pig who lives in her backpack.
Yes.
And his name is Rimpleton.
Rimpleton for life!
Fuzzy. He's the mascot. And lately he's been getting into really great conversations with Durak. I don't know what they're talking about.
No, they know.
That's me.
Awesome, thank you. And back at it again, Anastasia, what's up? How are you?
Hey, good.
Tell us about yourself and your character, if you please.
Well, my name is Anastasia, and I will be playing Kerjak No Tusk. He is a blood elf orc.
Woot!
Blood spear orc. Got kicked out of clan. He really loves fairy tales, and when his tribe captured some prisoners, one of them happened to be a good storyteller. And Kerjak would spend hours listening and developed a fondness for the crew and let them escape.
That's right.
His clan and then kicked him out, took his name, and instead granted him the name of No Tusk. And so now he wants to try to get that back. He, very orcish in appearance, massive tusks with iron bands around, 6'5", just pure muscle and brawn.
Yeah.
Just speaks common very poorly and comes off as an idiot because of that.
What kind of weapon is Kerjak carrying?
Kerjak carries a great sword that just looks like iron that's been beaten flat and wrapped with cloth.
Nice. Very
It's
sick.
very grisly and brutal, and it's the only thing he's got.
Now, let me ask you this about Kerjak. You've said to me that he is sort of like wants to be a knight. Does that mean that he follows like a code of chivalry or something like that?
He does. He tries to help people who ask him to help,
Yes.
and blunders in to situations that he really shouldn't be blundering into. You know, he hears cries for help, and he just kind of dashes in to try to help.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work out because most people just see a orc coming to attack them. And it's made for some misunderstandings here and there.
Right. Awesome. Great. And last but obviously not least, Anthony, can you please tell us about yourself and your character?
Yeah. My name's Anthony. I'll be playing a half-elf by the name of Alaron. He has bronze skin, which is odd for a half-elf because elves don't have a tan. And he has very high cheekbones, curved eyes, and long brown hair. He wears ornately made chainmail. Obviously, he must have gotten it from elves because it looks of elven make. He carries with him a rapier that is also ornate at the hilt. Other than that, he wears normal pants and boots, and is a bit quiet. He was trained in an elven monastery, so he's something of a scholar and also a fighter because he's learned how to fight there as well. He's traveling now, really to well, he also got kicked out of his clan. It was
Yes.
Yes, the
What a bunch of
rejects.
outcasts we are.
it was attacked by humans, the neighboring humans, and after that, tension rose with the half elf and the rest of his people. So he left because he wanted to get out of that situation, and now he's traveling to make a living.
Awesome. Thank you. And if you're just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We're going to be playing D&D for the next hour and a half or so. This is our first session for our new mini campaign where we're going to be playing in the Nentir Vale. I am super excited to start this with all of you. We'll be playing a few different sessions in the weeks ahead, so definitely stay tuned for that. For now, our heroes have been traveling in the Nentir Vale from the south. They came from a place called Orphan Town, which may remind you, some of you, of a place you've already heard of. But anyways, Orphan Town is pretty, you know what it is. It's a town full of orphans, obviously. And so they have been traveling from Orphan Town on an errand for a hero of great repute named Magnus, a half-orcish bard. And so Magnus and his group of adventurers have recently liberated a ancient dwarven mine called the Glitterdark Mines. They even were able to find a deed that basically gives them ownership of the mine. But they want everything to be really legit, and so they have asked this other group of adventurers to take the deed to the Glitterdark Mines to where the dwarves of the Glitterdark clan live. They've only been able to find one, who is a lore master in the fortified necropolis of Hammerfast. You guys have just left the 5 League house. We will zoom in a little bit here to help us out. And you guys can see, obviously, the 5 League house is a little bit here on the east or right side of the map. And your group has the deed. And here's a great question. Who is carrying the deed?
I think I'm going to carry the deed.
Very good. Alaron has the deed. That is canon. You guys have been traveling together for about a month. You've got to know each other over that time. Maybe not super well, but fairly well. And things seem to be going pretty good. Hammerfast is famous because about a millennia ago, is that right? Yeah, about almost, 500, 600 years ago, it was totally sacked by this group of orcs, this huge tribe, this warband. And this warband of orcs wanted to sack Hammerfast because it was a place where all the dwarves were buried and all the dwarven treasure was buried along with the dead. And so the orcs were able to, in fact, sack Hammerfast, and unfortunately for them, the traps on the treasure was too much. So they were taking a lot of losses, and they weren't able to find the treasure, and so they left mostly empty-handed. However, because Hammerfast has been a necropolis, the spirits of the dead lingered on. And so Hammerfast is very famous because the spirits of the dead continue to exist there to this day, and they have been called or named citizens of the town by the Council of Masters that run it, the guilds masters that sort of run the town. It's full of dwarves, but many other people are welcome there. It is a large trading post. And that's where you guys are headed now. The Dawnforge Mountains are looming large in your vision. You know the old tales. The legends say that the Dawnforge Mountains were created when the evil Underdark god Torog, the god of oozes, he that creeps, the king that creeps in the dark, apparently burst out of the Underdark in times past and created the Dawnforged Mountains, where your group is now heading towards. And you can see those a little bit more clearly now on the map. It is a very warm day. It's summer. You guys are probably sweating a bit. There is a breeze in the air, but it is not much. You have left 5 League House behind you. In fact, it is just about 5 leagues. Never mind, it's not 5 leagues away, but maybe it's a league away. Something like that. At any rate, it's out of your vision. You have left it behind. It's probably about lunchtime. You guys have just sort of broken your sort of march to have some food. What kind of food are you eating, Durak?
Well, there's my favorite, which is thing from tree.
Yeah.
But I also like thing from the other tree. So I think I'm having some things from the trees.
Yeah, easily. You are easily able to find some things from trees to eat.
But only the things from trees that I like. Because there's those other things, and they're not so good.
You stay away from the not so good ones and definitely find the good ones. You can definitely see that the foothills ahead and even some of the lower mountains are covered in forests. In fact, the Dawnforge Mountains are very, very full of forests and trees. You can also see that Mount Starwise seems to be peeking out of sort of this haze of clouds that are still sort of gathering above the Dawnforge Mountains as you're sort of eating your tree stuff. And how about you, Callie? What are you eating? And what's Rimpleton eating?
Rimpleton and I are sharing a really fresh kind of wheel of cheese,
Yes.
a nice chunk from it, and where it came from is not immediately obvious.
Maybe 5 League House. Maybe you guys saw one like that, but no one definitely saw you pay for anything like that. I mean,
I did not pay for it.
I mean, you saw something like that there. I mean, it's probably still there.
Right.
Who knows? Yeah, love it. Rimpleton is loving that cheese. He's just eating that shit up. Yummy, yummy. Pigs love cheese. That's canon. And so,
or at least Rimpleton does.
He approves. It's Rimpleton approved.
Rimpleton approved cheese. And how about for you, Kerjak? What are you eating?
Rat jerky.
Jerky.
Some rat, just like Toast probably
Rat
grilled
jerky?
the other night.
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, cut it himself. Kerjak catch rats. Now beat.
That's
It's
awesome.
good. Want some?
That's awesome. Does anyone want
No.
any rat jerky?
No,
Rimpleton's
Lots of-
vegetarian.
Lots of fat whites. Very good for you. No? Okay.
No. Sorry, just not it.
No.
I'm gonna go actually go get a rabbit or something else.
Okay, Kerjak eat by himself.
How are you getting a rabbit, Alaron?
I'm going to go out in the local woods and see if I can find anything that's edible as far as jumping critters.
Do you have any sling or bow and arrow, anything like that?
I have a light crossbow.
You do. That's right. You're easily able to use your light crossbow to find some game in the area. There is a larger hare that you're able to shoot down and bring back to the camp site. You're not camping here for the night. It's more of where you're eating lunch. Are you eating this rabbit raw?
No, I think since one was stopping for lunch, I'll just I'll pick up some fruit and whatever I can find off the local foliage.
Cool. So you have a
But I
rabbit
prepared this rabbit.
and you have the fruit. Anything you're doing with the rabbit particularly, specifically?
I think I'll salt it.
Cool. Awesome. Can you please write down in your character sheet, if you don't already, that you have a pound of salt? Write that down, please. Salt's good stuff. You definitely want that pound. Awesome. Yeah.
You can put it in your wounds.
You can, salt the wounds or the wounds of your enemies, your friends, lovers, whoever.
Demon.
Demon wounds, them too. But salt. You never know when salt might come in handy. So sweet. That is exactly what you guys are doing. You're breaking your fast. You're stopping for lunch. You've been traveling probably just for a few hours. You sort of slept in at Five League House. I don't get the sense that any of you are too in a hurry to get the Hammerfast. Please dispute that if you are in a hurry. Definitely let us know. But you guys have definitely been taking your time and making sure that you're safe and that you're secure and that you're fed and watered, as the case may be, and that you're rested. And the Five League House was awesome. You hadn't stayed in an inn for at least a few days, and actually the Five League House was really nice in terms of roadside inns. And the owner of the inn, Barthen, he is a sort of like a bear of a man. He is making a lot of money because the summertime, many people are traveling. And though you haven't seen any wagons or travelers so far today, the marks of their passage are very clear to you. And as you guys are sort of finishing your meals and getting ready to head back out, you actually see something. And I need everyone to make a perception check, please.
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
That's how we start
What did
this
you get,
game.
Alaron?
Oh, that sounds good.
Alaron got a 20 on the die.
Twin, critical. Nicely done. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh yeah, you should totally get like a graphic every time.
Hey, buddy. Hey, subscribe to the channel and we'll get graphics, everybody. Just we'll do it. At any rate, Kerjak, what did you get on your check?
It was no 20, but it's a 20.
A gentle 20, if you will. A gentle
20.
person's
So,
20, if you will. Yes, of course. Makes perfect
A
sense.
gentleman's 20.
Or a gentlewoman, whoever. Gentle person.
Gentleman's 20. Gentle 20.
Gentle 20, I like that as well. How about you, Callie? What'd you get?
I got an 11.
A lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon.
And for The Rock.
That's crazy because I also got an 11.
A lemon, 2 11s
Right.
and 2 20s. I
rolled a
love it.
big
Ah, Kermit hands. And so, awesome. So I'm getting the sense that Duroc and Callie and Rimpleton are maybe gathered around the cheese rind that's sort of left over. All the cheese has been sort of eaten out. And Rimpleton is sort of discussing with you, Duroc, the sort of relative positives and negatives of eating a rind of cheese, and he's sort of stuffed, but he doesn't like to waste food. He's very conscious about that, and so he's thinking maybe he should stuff himself a little bit more. Who knows what else is going on with him, Callie?
Well, I can't quite understand what's going on, so I'm just kind of like nodding along and oh you want the rind?
Yeah.
And it's I didn't know he liked cheese rind,
Yeah.
so this to me is news.
Definitely. And you guys can both see that farther to the east of you, along the trade road, you can see that there seems to be some dust that seems to be kicked up, as if some sort of group or some sort of, like some people are coming your way possibly, or something like that. You guys definitely know that this area is not exactly safe. Whereas the trade road is safe, fairly. You have heard that there are highwaymen bandits, that sort of thing. Though monsters don't normally sort of come this close to the road. So it's not like you're worried maybe about anything too crazy. But you definitely don't know who's coming or what's the deal. But it seems like it's a larger group that might be making its way towards you. Alaron, your elven eyes are very sharp, half elven eyes, if you will. And you're definitely able to see what's coming, as are you, Kerjak. Kerjak, you are definitely able to see, it looks like there's a force of warriors on their way towards you. You can see the sun glinting off the metal of their helms, the tips of their spears, their shields, their armor. You're not sure who these warriors are or what's going on with them exactly, but you're definitely sure that it looks like there is probably about a dozen of them, and you can definitely see that they all have beards, big beards. Alaron, you are 100% sure that these are dwarves, and you are 100% sure that these are dwarves from Hammerfast, because there is a big symbol on all of their shields, which is the symbol of Hammerfast, which is basically like sort of a coffin with a hammer in it. So that's sort of the symbol of Hammerfast. And so that's what you see. What would you guys like to do?
But I hail them over towards
You
us.
see
How
that
do
they
react?
haven't reached you yet. You think that they'll probably reach you probably in about 10 minutes or so. They're quite some a far way off, but your elven eyes again have really been able
they
to
just
pick
can't see
them
me.
out of the distance.
Well, there are dwarves coming towards us. They're from Hammerfast. I believe they might be a patrol.
Kerjack like their armor remind Kerjack of knights in story.
Yeah. I mean,
What if they're not nice?
well, we should at least give them a chance.
Kerjack hit them real good.
I'll stand behind Kerjack.
But
We
Kerjack
are
like to think they're
going
nice.
That's fair.
to Hammerfast.
Yes, we're going to Hammerfast.
We are going there.
Yes.
They are coming to us.
The Hammerfast is not coming to us. The soldiers are.
But if soldiers are coming to us and we want to go there, this is faster.
In
And
a way,
we
yes.
should talk to them.
I agree. Anyone else agree?
I think you have the right of it. We can just talk to them and then maybe, ask if they have any gold that they don't need.
You should have the gold if they do. I don't need it. You should have it. You like it.
I think they should probably keep their own gold. That's
Maybe they need it.
maybe. You can ask them if they want to give it to you.
I'll just ask.
Kerjack give his gold if they need it.
You can do that thing where you solicit money with tricks. That works.
Cards appear in Callie's hand if by magic. As you can definitely see, the Hammerfast dwarves are making their way down the road towards you. Does not look like they're running or charging. They are marching. It's very clear that they are marching in rhythm together. Their heads are bobbing at the same time. They are obviously a trained military force or group, as the case may be, that is making its way towards you. You will definitely be in their vision very soon. It sounds like you guys are just sort of standing on the side of the road, waiting for them to arrive. Is that correct?
Are we still eating? Or
Yeah,
have
you
we
finished.
begun
You
our
finished.
walk?
You basically are finishing and done. I mean, Rimpleton has snarfed the rest of the rind while no one was really watching, but is now standing behind Callie, who's standing behind Kerjack.
Kerjack makes sure that his arms are nowhere near his weapons, because
Oh, cool. Okay, does he have his arms up or out?
yeah, just out a little, just like
All right.
hanging awkwardly.
Hanging awkwardly on his sides. Very
Just
cool.
hanging awkwardly, just like they're a little long for his body,
Okay.
so it's just like
Okay.
Darak has got it in his head that these are potential new friends and he wants to welcome them. So in this next moment, he's just going to kind of go by the side of the road and brush his hand along the side of the road where there are like little weeds and some little cute yellow flowers are gonna show up. So he's like putting out the red carpet.
Nice. Or the yellow carpet.
So then he's gonna stand there and kind of just await their
Awesome.
compliments.
Alaron, what sort of pose are you striking at this moment, as it were?
Hands on my sides, just in a relaxed pose, waiting for them to come.
Cool. Awesome. And come they do. As they make their way down the trade road. And you can see that they obviously have noticed you as their heads are sort of moving and they seem to be maybe talking to each other in Dwarven. Do any of you speak Dwarven?
I do.
Great. Alaron, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 14.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, you can definitely hear them shouting to each other in Dwarven. They seem to be shouting over the tramping of their big boots and the clanking of their armor. They are shouting to each other in Dwarven, and they are saying, "Travelers ahead." One of them yells out, "Master Stone Censer!" And it seems as if one of the dwarves seems to be making their way from the back of the group towards the front. As the patrol sort of is marching by you guys, And I apologize. Let me actually retract that. The dwarf in the back is not making his way to the front. He seems to be staying in the back. All these dwarves have beards. They are all men, or at least women wearing beards, possibly. So you're not sure. As far as you know, dwarven women don't have beards.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, but that's what they're shouting. They seem to be letting each other know that you guys are there and sort of talking to their leader, maybe. They are tramping by you guys, and as they do, they actually stop, probably about 25 feet away from you. At this point, you hear a very gruff voice from the back of these dozen of dwarves. They have been marching in four lines of three. So they're sort of like just marching towards you in this sort of four lines. And you hear a voice from the back going, greetings! Greetings on the trade road, travelers!
I raise my hand. Hail there! I'm Alaron. These are my companions. We're on our way to Hammerfast.
Stepping out of the formation, sort of breaking the formation, though the rest of the dwarves do not, they've put all their spear butts basically into the ground. You can see they have shields, they're wearing chainmail, helms. They also seem to have maybe battle axes or war hammers on their backs, depending on which dwarf we're talking about. But one of them does step out, and he seems to not have a spear like the others per se. It seems almost as if he has a lance. And on his back, instead of a sword, or excuse me, instead of a hammer or an axe, he actually has a sword, a long sword, and it's just strapped on his back, sort of like this. And he has his shield and his lance, and he sort of comes sort of around the side, sort of a bit more like marching. The dwarves are shorter than most of you, except for you, Callie. Callie, you've been hiding behind Kerjak, so you don't think that they've seen you as of yet. And you definitely don't think they've seen Rimpleton either, who's hiding behind you. And so you guys see this dwarf come out. He has a big, bushy, blonde beard. It almost looks like a pompadour, but on your face, so it's like coming out. And he has like these sort of oily mustaches. And it seems as if he is a younger dwarf as he comes forward and says, he says to you, greetings, I am Sael Stone Censer from Hammerfast. Is everything all right? Have you seen the goblins?
We've traveled unencumbered by violence, thankfully.
You are luckier than most. We have passed just this day corpses along the road. Adventurers, travelers, goblins, all dead.
That's terrible.
They killed
I
each
cover
other.
Rimpleton's ears.
Yes. Watch out. This area is not usually infested with goblins. But if they are becoming more bold, they might be coming out of the mountains.
What else might we find in this area?
This area is wild. That is why we patrol the trade road and make sure that the spice flows. I mean, the trade flows. And so...
Kerjak not understand.
And Sael says...
His river?
He says, we take many pains to keep the road safe, and it is troubling that these goblins have been able to wreak such horror this day. We think that the fight happened last night.
We know what would cause these creatures to act in this way.
Who can know the mind of goblins? They're savages. They're probably looking for something to eat, or something to, I don't know, or steal. Who knows?
But this is new behavior for them, you said. You said they haven't done this before.
This is true. We have not seen them before. It was odd. They seemed as if they had traveled a great distance. Their shoes were very worn, those who wore shoes.
Perhaps there's something else in the mountains that drove them.
There are many foul beasts in the mountains, but none dare approach Hammerfast.
How far are we from town?
You will reach Hammerfast by the end of the day if you continue a march.
Any advice for us?
Be wary. These roads are sometimes attacked by bandits, those freebooters who cannot work for themselves. They sometimes come from Fallcrest or the Harkenvold to the south.
Work.
I wouldn't know anything about not working for yourself.
Oh, who is that? Is there
No.
another one amongst you?
That
I
is
peek
my
out.
friend Callie.
Ah,
Golly.
halflings. All are welcome at Hammerfast, even you, large one. They're like, you get the sense, Duroc, that all the dwarves are actually looking at you. All 11 of them are staring at you, whereas Sayal has been talking, and now he sort of turns his attention more to you. But you definitely get the sense that they're all looking at you. Oddly enough, Kerjak, you're getting the sense that they don't seem to pay you any more or less attention than anyone else.
Yes.
I crouch down, like hunker down to get on their level as best I can.
I mean, how tall
And
is Duroc exactly? Is he over
He's,
7 feet tall?
he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely like at least 2 dwarves in an overcoat.
Awesome. I know
but
what
yeah,
you're dressing up as.
You like, yeah, so he'll hunker down and like compare his beard to the beard of the dwarf nearest, and just be like,
Nice. So,
Like with
he's
beard brother.
trying to touch the dwarf's beard? Is that right?
I don't think he's actually,
Yeah.
but he'll just kind of be like, like nice.
And is this
We both have
Sayal
nice
he's
beards.
interacting with, or one of the dwarves in the group?
I think probably one of the other
Cool.
ones, not the head guy.
Yeah, and you get the sense that they tense up when you come near. And you should make an insight check, please. What are you doing, Callie?
I am going to kind of sidle up to one of the frontline dwarves
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, have you ever seen this trick before?" And I'm going to do a little card trick for
Please
him.
make a sleight of hand check. And what did you get on your
Okay.
check, Duroc?
16.
16. Great. You're definitely getting the sense that these dwarves are wary of you. They are not uncomfortable.
Okay.
They are not hostile. They are wary. You get the sense that they have not seen someone like you before. And also, you get the sense that there might be some sort of cultural thing going on. That you haven't really interacted with many dwarves, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
No.
But most people obviously pay attention to you. You're quite tall, and
I'm very big.
furbolgs are not seen. They're very rarely seen. But you get the sense that there's something more cultural going on here. Callie, what'd you get on your sleight of hand roll?
16.
It's 16. What's going on? You two? It's both 16.
I know.
That's eerie. That's weird and eerie. Okay. With your 16, you're doing awesome sleight of hand tricks. The dwarf that you're in front of is definitely sort of torn his attention from Duroc and is looking definitely more at your card tricks. Is there anything else you're doing while you have his attention?
I'm definitely gonna see, how wealthy looking are these dwarves? Do they look like they carry like money on them normally?
I think at this point you should make a perception check. You don't see any pouches or anything like that, or any money pouches on them as of yet.
I got a 4.
Mighty 4. Yeah, you're not sure. You know though that dwarves are very stingy and stereotypically, they might not want to show where their money is. And just from the halfling sort of underground, if you will, the halfling rumors, that the dwarves of Hammerfast don't go out of their way to help people. They're very welcoming to outsiders, but they don't particularly go out of their way to be super friendly or helpful. So that's sort of the vibe that you're getting. Kerjak, what are you doing?
You said one of the one out front has what looks like a lance.
That's right. And as you're looking at his lance, he's introduced himself as Sayel Stone Sensor, and he has a lance, and it looks to you as if the lance seems to be made out of both silver and sort of steel. It seems to be silvered steel, in fact. And you get the sense that this is something you would obviously use while mounted, but it seems almost as if it why don't you make a history check for us, just for fun? Let's get this history check going.
Ooh. Okay, I just rolled a nat 1.
Nice, yeah. You have no
Yes.
idea what this might signify. He's the leader probably, so he has the thing because he's the leader. But that's all you're getting really off that. But it definitely looks like a nice weapon. Are you saying it?
Staring intently. It's just staring intently at
Cool.
it.
He doesn't seem to mind that. He seems to actually be more focused on Alaron, who seems to be one who's been sort of speaking with him more, and Callie sort of moved away. So Alaron, he's looking at you, but he's obviously sort of talking to everyone as he's saying, yes, you can never be too careful on the roads. That's why we travel in strength. If you're to go ahead, be wary.
Thank you for your words of caution.
Before we leave, because it sounds like that's what we're gonna do. I just want to turn from my beardly encounter. So, the ones who died, what happened to them?
He looks over to you and he says, it's terrible, just terrible. The goblins seem to have been able to come upon them in the night and attack their camp. The camp was a mess. There were only 3 of them, and so they were slain by a much larger force of goblins, perhaps a score of goblins. But they fought well, acquitted themselves, and all the goblins lay dead amongst them. It seemed as if there were spells involved. One of them, the travelers, seemed to be a magician, an arcanist.
But, and do they lay still there?
Yes, we unfortunately did not have the time to do much but pull them off the road, those that were on the road. The campsite was a little ways off from the road, but we saw the birds, which you no doubt will see as you move forward.
You sure is goblins who attack and not something attack goblins. Goblins run and attack people, and it's bad.
Kojak, I think you might be onto something. There might have been something that caused them to attack these people, but there's no way of knowing.
He seems to be unconcerned, as he says, the matters of the outsiders are not our matters. Perhaps, but these goblins bear no danger to Hammerfast. So, if they can feed the animals, very well, so be it.
Maybe goblins scared too.
The mindset of goblins are not my concern. And you get the sense there might be a little bit of derision in his voice towards you, Kerjak. That while he's not like outwardly being like, very hostile to you, you get the sense that he definitely has some prejudice.
Well, thank you for your time. Sir.
Very good. Good luck in Hammerfast. Spend your gold wisely.
Good luck. Good luck on your patrol.
I will remember you, Alaron. And
you as
your
well.
rest of you. Oh. Goodbye, I guess. Why are you traveling to Hammerfest? Just simply for trade?
We are on a quest to redeem a deed.
Oh, very well. Well, good luck.
I'll ask him before we go. I'll say, hey, have you ever heard of some guy named Geld Glitterdark?
Oh, yeah, the lore master. He is the leader, the head of the Knowledge Guild, the Lore Guild. The scholars and the learned folk.
You know it.
Yes, he is very famous. He is the only Glitterdark left.
Exactly. Well,
you seek the
we've already-
scholar? The lore master.
Yes, that's part of our quest.
Have D2 glitter dark mine place.
As you say that, Kerjak, like his eyebrow goes up. Like he's on, and everyone should make an insight check, please.
Kerjak, not very good at reading people.
I got another 4.
Another 4, awesome. How about
I got 3 on this one.
3, and Kerjak, what'd you get?
8.
And for Durak, please save us.
Save our
13.
souls.
13. Okay, so for the rest of you who are not Durak, he seems interested in what you're saying. Durak, you get the sense that not only is he interested in what Kerjak has said, you get the sense that he is trying to hide, and apparently very successfully, is a dour dwarf. He has a big beard, but not from you. You have a sense of beings, and you can see the little hairs of his nose start to sort of like spring up on his lip, and you.
How I can see them from up here is a
you have
mystery.
great sight. You're more you're nearsighted, not farsighted, and so it's like. And so you get the sense that not he's trying to hide it, but that this is big news. Like that, this is not a small thing, and you get the sense that were this another situation, he might ask you more questions, but he's just sort of seems to be trying to now hide his shock and his surprise and his I don't know how to put it. His excitement. It's generally positive, but yeah.
And I'll turn down to I think I might turn down to Rimpleton and say, Rimpleton, I think this is oh hello little friend. I think they're talking about money. I think this is something about money and treasure and all that kind of thing. I don't really understand, but I know people like it a lot.
He says, Callie loves treasure, and I love treasure too. And I want a crown.
So I'm like, what is that? I got you, buddy. I got you.
Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna spend the next couple minutes making him a little crown,
Awesome.
and then I'm gonna I don't feel a need to like. Actually, maybe I will turn to Mr. Stone person.
Stone Sensor.
Stone?
Yeah. Sayel
Stone Sensor. Me and Durak are both bad
That's
at names.
fine. That's perfect.
Stone Man, I'll turn and say, it's okay that you like money.
And he says, well, of course, trade makes the world go round. In fact,
everyone knows the world is flat.
And he says, perhaps the scholars, the world is so large. Perhaps that is something for the scholars to discuss. But if you are looking to trade, the trade guild will be the place to go.
Thank you.
And that's where Glitter Dark is?
No. You misunderstood, young child. He is a lore master. He is the leader, the head of the lore guild. He is on the council of masters, just as the master of the trade guild is and the master of the craft guild.
They're all just rich guys.
Actually, our leader is Marcinda Goldspinner. She is a very accomplished dwarven diplomat. She is aggressive, pragmatic, everything we could hope for in a leader.
Oh.
You spin gold?
Ha ha ha! That is what they say. And one of the dwarves says something apparently derogatory in Dwarven, and they all start laughing. Alaron, you definitely hear the dwarf say, yeah, she spins it out her ass.
I laugh at that.
Cool, that you laugh at that, and they all look at you, and they're all like, ah, and they start laughing at you as you're laughing.
And I went, ah!
And so all these dwarves are guffawing on the road. And you guys definitely get the sense that they definitely respect this leader, though dwarven humor might be a little crude.
Gerjak looks very confused. She's like,
Oh, sorry. You had to be there.
And
is here. I'm here.
And Sayal
Yeah,
says, Alaron, you are a friend of dwarves. I can see that. Very well.
I studied dwarven history.
A learned man. Very good. You will
Hey,
do
I've read a
well in
couple books.
Hammerfast. You will all do well, I am sure, as long as you have gold to spend.
Well, hopefully
get
we
some.
will.
Very well.
Do we have to spin it as well as spend it?
It never hurts.
Hmm.
And with that, he goes, "Hey-oh!" And they all start marching off, and he sort of like slots into where he had left and starts marching off with them, as they obviously are making their way to the west, down the trade road, apparently towards the 5 League House.
Well, I think we should get there before sundown because goblins are gross.
I agree with you, Callie. And not only they're gross, but they're aggressive. So let's move.
Goblin's not aggressive, orc aggressive.
Not all orcs, Kerjack. Come on.
They're like small orcs, right? I mean,
That's
Goblins
racist.
just noisy and annoying.
Yes,
I
they are.
thought they were the halflings of orcs. I don't know.
I guess they kind of, they kind of are. Yeah. That's a good point, Callie. Anything you want to add, The Rock?
Why would we compare them to ourselves when they kill for fun? We should have nothing to do with them.
I'm sorry, Doc, but they're not the only things that kill for fun.
You are right.
But let's head forward.
Let's
Indeed,
go.
you guys.
I can't walk very fast, so I'm gonna ask Dirac if I can maybe like hitch a ride.
Sure.
That's fun.
Oh wow, boost up.
Yep.
So the legs
Here we
over
go.
the shoulders. Callie, you have a great
Well-
view. You will have advantage
Mhm.
checks on perception, or advantage on perception checks going forward, as long as you are on top of Duroc. You are quite tall at this point. Where is good old Rimpleton, though?
He is stationed on top of Dirac's head,
Okay.
right in front of me.
And he is
This is
wearing at this
accurate.
point a grass crown that has some yellow flowers coming
Mhm.
off of it. It's sort of a
Perfect.
jaunty angle, and he is just sort of loving
It's like a
life.
fly.
Loving life. Indeed. Indeed. You guys are making your way forward. Hours go by. Who is in the middle? Who is in the back? Who's in the front? What is your general party marching order? Again, you have an open road. You can, walk shoulder to shoulder if you want or whatever. But just what is your general party marching order?
I think Duroc will probably go sort of. I don't think we need to be in the front, but like maybe towards the back since we can see over everyone's head anyhow.
Yep.
And I'll just make sure not to knock Callie off with any overhanging branches. But I definitely like take a zigzag.
Yeah.
Because to check out the friendly tree over there.
Yeah.
Friendly squirrel over here.
What is
Gotta.
what is your speed, Duroc? Is it 30 feet? Do Furbolgs move? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you guys, I mean, you're definitely in the back of the group if you're sort of going off from side to side every now and again, which is great. You're easily able to catch up with them thanks to your long legs. Kerjack, Alaron, how about for the two of you? How are you sort of walking, or where are you positioning yourselves?
Why don't we walk in tandem, side by side?
Probably.
Perfect. Indeed, you do. And as I mentioned, an hour or so goes by, maybe more, as you guys are walking forward, and you're definitely starting to see crows and other sort of scavenging birds circling over something ahead, probably a mile or two. And you guys are definitely getting much closer to it. You'll be arriving there soon. It basically is off to your north now, off to your left, as you are seeing all this. You can definitely see, it looks to you like there was a camp that probably was made maybe 100 feet off the road. You can see where it looks like the remains of a campfire were, and there are just bodies just strewn about in various states of like weird slumps and lumps. You can definitely see it looks like there are 3 bodies that are larger than the others. They are medium sized while the rest are small. It's obvious that the small ones are all goblins. As you are looking at them, oddly enough, 2 of the goblins sit up.
Ooh.
That one's moving.
Yeah, 2.
I aim my crossbow at
Cool.
it.
2 of them.
Freeze.
Cool. 2 of them sit up. Like I said, you guys are about 100 feet away, so you're seeing the goblins sort of getting up. And I think everyone should make a perception check at this point.
Only 2 of them?
Just 2.
Yes.
That's going to be a 24.
Nice. Did you crit?
Oh, do I have advantage?
No,
All right, but that's
it's got really
very
good
good.
protection.
I'm also going to get a 24.
What?
And I did crit.
You did?
You guys
Second,
continue to
second?
roll the same rolls.
I rolled 20, a 1, then a 20.
Hey, that's not. You critted again, dude?
What kind of
Jeez.
dice do you have? Can you
Yeah, I critted
can you
again.
hold those dice up? I mean, mine are just normal. Are yours made of magic? That is
Magic
a pretty
dice.
color.
It looks
Is
magical.
that
They're
okay?
incanted.
It's blue.
And how about for you, Callie? What did you get with your advantage?
I got another 11,
11?
with advantage.
And
With advantage.
Kerjack,
Wow.
did you get an 11 as well? An 11?
No, Kerjack got a 14.
Nice. Okay. Very good. So we'll start at the bottom then. So
The odd one out.
for you, Callie, you're definitely seeing that it's 2 goblins that are getting up. They seem to have weird hats on that are sort of like flowers or something like that. You're not sure exactly what's going on. They seem to also be dressed in very bright colors. All of you can see this. For you, Kerjack, you can see that it looks as if they both have some sort of club or mace or something like that, or a scepter possibly, that they are both holding up. And you can definitely see that it seems like there are things on top of the scepters, like some sort of icon or something like that. You can't really make out what that is from this distance, unfortunately. Again, Durak and Alaron, you've seen everything that I've already described. For you, Durak, with your awesome 24, you are able to see that these creatures don't seem to be wearing any armor or have any sort of visible weapons. They seem to be dressed in a weird dress. They have, like I said, these weird sort of hats that seem to have maybe 4 or 5 sort of like what look like maybe banana shapes coming off of them. And they also seem to have a bunch of bells on them, which you're now starting to hear sort of shake as they are getting up and moving around. Alaron, you can definitely see that these goblins, you critted. Am I incorrect? Right? You
correct.
critted, right? That's amazing. So you can definitely see that these goblins don't have any armor or weapons at all. They, in fact, don't seem to have any wounds on them at all. They seem to be completely healthy. They have just gotten up. And as they are getting up, they both bow to one another and then start prancing around dancing. And you can hear the bells jingling and jangling. They obviously look like jesters to you. And as they start dancing towards your group, we are going to move to a new page. If you'll give me just a moment, as we'll look at a new map now. And you guys can sort of see that they look like that as they are making their way towards you. They are singing, they are dancing. They seem to be going nuts. They are obviously sort of jester-like, and they are definitely making their way towards you guys. There's 2 of them, like I mentioned, and yeah, that's definitely what's sort of going on at this point. Alaron and Kerjack, you guys were sort of in the front. They have quickly closed the distance with you. They are actually only about 10 feet away from you as they basically have dance rushed you.
I immediately take out my weapons.
Cool. Yeah, and I apologize, not 10 feet. They're actually more like 40 feet away.
Cool. I take out my weapons.
Yeah.
You speak common.
You yell out, "Do you speak common?" And they're like going, and they seem to be bowing to each other and knocking their scepters together, dancing around. They might be speaking Goblin. Do any of you speak Goblin?
No.
No.
What's the language of goblins?
Goblin.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's happening.
Kerjack does not pull. Kerjack is not actually pulling out or grabbing his weapon. He does not feel threatened.
Yep.
Also, no chivalry. You are not the first one to draw your weapon. Ha.
Yeah, he does. Which weapons do you have out, Alaron?
My rapier and holding my shield.
Rapier, very good. How about you, Callie? What are you doing atop Duroc?
I've got a deck of cards in my hand, and I'm kind of nervously shuffling them. I'm not sure what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And how about you,
I'm gonna
Duroc? Anything you're doing?
So I be down for a minute. Have these guys attacked us in any way,
They
or
are dancing. They are
No,
singing.
they're just
They
dancing.
are speaking Goblin. Do you speak Goblin?
heck no?
They're going shoo shoo
I
shoo
do-
shoo. They seem to be. They look like, I don't know, carnival people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oddly enough, they are covered in blood. Their clothes are covered in blood. Their skin is covered in blood to some degree. Blood splashes and splotches. They themselves don't seem to have any wounds on them at all. But they definitely look like they have bathed in blood.
I'm just putting up my hands and kind of backing away cautiously.
Awesome. Alaron, I
Um,
need you to make a saving throw for me. A charisma saving throw, please.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Did you,
Is that another one?
did you roll?
No.
Yes, you rolled a 1. Which is perfect because Alaron, you fall to the ground laughing uncontrollably. You can't do anything else but laugh. As you are on the ground,
no.
you've dropped your weapons, your shield, your rapier, your nice, beautiful, ornate rapier is in the dirt, and you are just on the ground laughing. You can't stop your sides rolling. You are laughing. And at this point, we should now roll initiative, please.
All right, I've got a plan. Well,
Let's see.
this is unnatural and spooky,
It is
and I don't
such
like it.
hideous laughter. You can't even imagine how hideous this laughter might be.
It's must be so hideous.
So hideous. Thanks for tuning in, everybody who's tuning in, and thanks to you, Tommy, for chatting with us. It's always great to have you on the stream. If you guys are not sure what you're watching, I'm Burling's Beard, Ken Breeze, and you are with the crew. We are checking out Hammerfast, and we're about to get into some weird shit with these guys. So, that being said, what did you get, Duroc, on your roll, please?
It's 12 plus 2 is 14.
Awesome. And how about for you, Callie?
I critted with a 24.
Burr, 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 burr. Nice, dude. So what's your
all the crits.
all the crits? What's your total, please?
What was
Your
that?
total. What is your total initiative, please?
Oh, sorry, 24.
Thank you. And for you, Kerjak,
13.
Mighty 13. And last but not least, Alaron. You would be at disadvantage, or no, you're not. Never mind. You're not disadvantaged. Just roll. What'd you get?
17.
17. Awesome. You are uncontrollably laughing. You are incapacitated at this point.
I figured that.
And it's your turn first, Callie. You have initiative. What would you like to do? It's
I
very
see this
obvious
happen.
to you that a spell has been cast. The scepter, the eyes have lit up, and the top of it is sort of laughing, going nah, ah, 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 as one of the creatures is pointing their scepter right at Alaron.
I'm gonna jump up on Durac's shoulders and kind of have to pierce the hair a little bit, but I'm gonna whip a card at the front goblin and be like,
Cool.
"This goblin's trying to hurt us."
That's great. I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I got another magical 4.
Magical 4, awesome. You are charmed by this creature. You are charmed by them. You love these guys. Specifically this one that you're about to throw a card at. And you don't. You just sort of are like, Mer, you stop right. And what do you do instead?
I'm like, "Oh, they're so great! They're great dancers."
Yeah, you start clapping and hopping up and down on top of Duroc's shoulders. And they...
flap Rimpleton's
Yeah,
ears.
Rimpleton...
Hey.
Well, I don't know what Rimpleton's doing. You got to tell me. But the goblin
trying
or
to.
these creatures rather continue to keep dancing, and their rhythm infects your brain, and you feel like you need to dance with them. They are so fun, and that is your turn, my friend. Alaron, you are laughing on the ground uncontrollably. You can make a charisma save if you would like to.
I would like to try.
Yeah, please.
8.
Yes, you continue to laugh. Please describe for us. What are
funny.
you looking like? What's happening?
I mean, this is just really funny. I can't help it.
And they're like, and they're sort of like moving over to you, Alaron. It seems as if they're coming towards you, in fact. Duroc, it's your turn.
Rhythm is a goblin. I'm gonna cast a tangle. I'm gonna cast it all on them. How far away from me are
They
they?
were 40 feet. They are 40 feet away from you. They seem to be heading specifically towards your group, specifically towards Alaron. They seem to have taken a shine to him, apparently.
All right. So I am going to call. I'm gonna sort of like raise my staff,
Yes.
and I'm gonna kind of go. And these vines are gonna come in from the side of the road,
Oh, nice.
come up from the cracks in the road, which
Yeah, totally.
who
Out of the
even knew there were cracks in the
cobblestones
road?
and stuff.
Yeah. And they're gonna these vines are gonna try and wrap themselves around the
These are some
goblins.
thick, dark vines, as a matter of fact. It almost looks like they belong in a jungle or something like that. They just burst out of the ground, and you are reminded for a moment, Durak, of Torog, the king that crawls, who in legend burst out of the ground and created the Dawnforged Mountains that you're heading towards. And these vines have a very tentacly feel as they sort of are bursting out of the ground and trying to wrap themselves around these creatures. And what is the saving throw, please?
It's gonna be 14
Versus strength, is that right?
strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. They both make it as they nimbly are able to sort of do cartwheels, and then they get stuck in the vines with their hands down, and then they seem to grab their scepters, and their scepters sort of flash with magic as they pop up, almost as if it's some sort of like sweet acrobatic gig that they're doing. But they definitely are in your entanglement. They're right in the middle of it,
So
and they'll obviously have to try and get out of there somehow. But it doesn't look like they've been snapped by the vines yet. I rolled a 19 and another one that was pretty high too. So unfortunately, they do have low strength, but they rolled pretty high. So anything else you'd like?
I'm gonna take the liberty. Can I use a move? It would be an action to get Kelly off of my
No, don't worry about
shoulders.
anything like that. Just tell me what you're doing, and we'll play. So don't worry about
I
it.
would like to gently put Callie
Definitely, yeah.
down
You just
on the
put
ground. I
Callie
don't. She's
down.
dancing. She's doing a little jig.
Yeah, it's you. It almost messed up your incantation. You had to
That
move your
could've been it.
hands. And what about Rimpleton? He is on your head still, or
He can stay
yeah,
there.
okay,
That might be
Rimpleton's
the
on the
best
head.
place for him.
Sweet. He seems to be grasping onto your head really tightly, like he's afraid he's gonna fall off, or possibly trying
No,
to hide from these creatures. Who knows what he's doing exactly? But he's definitely basically like shivering and grasping your head. Do you have hair?
He's uncomfortable.
Yes. Are you bald? Do you have hair? What's going on with that?
No, I've got like I neglect to
Fur,
mention
right?
this, but I got like sort of reddish, brownish hair
Perfect.
and beard situation.
Oh,
a
that's
little
right.
bushy
You
mustache.
have a beard. I forgot.
Right.
Very cool, indeed.
We got the lumberjack look going
Hey,
on.
Barling's beard. We're all about the beards here. Anytime we say beard on this stream, you'll get good luck. I don't know. And so, more giveaways in the future. And so,
Sponsored by beard.
Sponsored by beards. At any rate, yeah, it seems as if your nature magic, which no one has ever seen you really do before to this degree, has been ineffective rather, unfortunately. However, as they start their turn and they try to move out of it, they both are grabbed by the vines, and they're like, and they can't really seem to be able to get out of it. They both are doing cartwheels forward. They basically get right to the edge of the vines, and as they're about to like cartwheel out of it, vines leap up and pin them down to the ground. They both hold up their scepters though and seem to point them in all of your direction. And I would love for you, Durak, to please, if you would, make a saving throw. And the saving throw you're going to have to make is wisdom.
A wisdom say,
Yep.
by all means. And since you asked so nicely. Ooh, that's a terrible roll. Oh well, that's still gonna be a 12.
12 is very good. You see them. They're obviously casting a spell on you. One of them is. And it looks as if they are, you're not sure what spell it is. You might be able to figure that out. Who knows? You're not sure what type of creatures these are. You might be able to figure that out. Who knows? You've never seen anything like this before. Are these goblins? Who knows? They sort of look like goblins, but they're acting very strange. That being the case, the other one is going to be pointing not at you anymore, Alaron, but I think will instead also point at Durak. And Durak, you should now make another charisma saving throw, please.
Ooh,
A
9.
9. Yes. Unfortunately, you unfortunately have been mocked viciously.
Oh,
And you, my friend,
Oh.
will. Yes, they're
don't
shouting
like it.
at you. Apparently,
Oh.
in oddly, they're shouting to you. Which languages do you speak? Do you speak Sylvan?
Common, Elvish, and Giant.
Yeah, they're okay. Cool. Then I think that they're
Me
yelling at
too.
you in Giant. As a matter of fact.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. It is very weird.
The natural order is being really upturned.
Yeah, there's
in
some
this
weird shit going
neighborhood.
on right now. And you're going to take some psychic damage as the natural order is obviously being ripped asunder. And you're going to be taking a mighty 2 points of psychic damage. But unfortunately, because you've been viciously mocked, you will be at disadvantage on any of sort of your next attack, as it were. And
Okay.
that being said, he's mocking you as saying that like he's sort of like sarcastic, like, could you be any taller? Like, all right, meh.
I could be taller. I could be taller.
And that's sort of what, yeah,
That would
that's
be
sort of how
nice.
he's mocking you. Yep, and that's their turn. Kerjak, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Kerjak is just in the middle of chaos right now
Yes.
with laughing, dancing, and these goblins insulted his companion.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, do you speak Giant, Kerjak?
yes.
Well, look at
Kerjak
that.
must be giants.
You do?
Look
Yes.
at that.
What?
That's crazy that we all pick Giant.
You speak Giant too, Aileron? I think you're all realizing that you speak
Oh my
Giant at this point,
God.
and it might be the party's secret language. Is
And
Giant.
this is the moment where you kind of also hear him. He speaks giant better than common,
Yeah.
and you hear him go, like, "How dare you insult my companion?" It's like not broken
Yes.
English. Like, what? And he charges forward
Awesome.
and attempts to smack one of the goblins with his sword.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw as you attempt to attack this goblin.
That is a 17.
Awesome. You definitely are not beguiled by this goblin as it's waving, or whatever this is, as it's waving its scepter at you, going, shada, 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 shada. However, as you make your attack, you have advantage because they are incapacitated. They're restrained right now by the vines.
Oh, fantastic. That means I don't need to
Yeah,
reckless.
I mean, you
Yeah.
do whatever you like. Are you raging? Is that what's happening right now? Oh, no, you're not. No,
Oh, no, I don't need to.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, reckless. I can do that whether I'm raging or not. But let's just rage because it's fun. And it insulted the giant friend.
And
Ish.
let's all thank Tommy for coming up with hashtag Team Giant Speak. We like that.
Yeah, giant speak.
That's
As
so
a-
good. That's so good.
Fortunately, Rimpleton can translate for me because I'm the only one who doesn't speak it. But
No,
Rimpy does. So.
Rimpy definitely speaks Giant, obviously.
He's a pig.
What did you get on your attack roll there, Kerjak?
That will be a total of 20.
That is totally a success. How much damage do you do, Kerjak?
I mean, that is 14 points of damage.
Awesome. As you strike this creature, there is a flash of bright energy, not only from the scepter, not only from the creature's eyes, but from where you strike it. And where you strike it has done 0 damage. None. As you strike it, and it's like there's this flash of energy, and it's very clear to you. Did you like strike one of its bells or something? Like, what the hell happened? But you have done no damage to this creature.
Kerjak does not like this. I don't like this.
All right.
Why aren't you hurt?
Callie, it's your turn. You are charmed by them. You can do whatever you want on your turn. You are charmed, and you obviously get to make a save sort of at the end of your turn, as it were.
I will be like, come on, Rimpy, why aren't you dancing? And I'm gonna start dancing around and like waving at Dirac and Rimpleton.
Yeah, please make an animal handling check.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, am I good at this at all? Oops, dropped my dice. Oh wow. I'm definitely not trained in it, but I got a natural 15.
Perfect.
Total.
So total 15. Yeah, I mean, Rimpy is your boy. He's got his crown on. He does this little dance where he gets up on his hind legs and sort of shakes his paws in the air a little bit. And
I'm like, yeah,
unfortunately, he falls off of Dirac's head at that point since he loses his balance. And it's sort of a comical, sort of like, it's almost like he's squeaking or tooting or who knows what's happening as he sort of like bounces almost like a little boulder down a mountain. Like, I mean, Dirac is trying to catch him. It's sort of comical. He's not able to catch him, unfortunately. Or maybe he is. Dirac, why don't you give us a dexterity check?
Yeah, I was
Just a
gonna
straight
ask, like,
dex.
can I?
Just a straight
Is there
dex
something
check.
I can do here?
Just a straight
Like,
dex
I want to
check.
save the piggy. Save
I'm
the
gonna
piggy.
also be like slow motion diving for him too.
Okay.
Like, I have to say, isn't something that is Durac's strong suit, but this must really matter to him because he got a 21.
Nice, yeah. Dirac, you basically sweep your hand through the air and you're able to catch Rimpleton very softly, very gently, and you sort of like stop his movement and then hand him very gently to Callie as she's sort of rushing forward. Callie, you have Rimpleton in your hands, and you should. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I'm gonna be like, we haven't practiced the pig juggling trick yet. We're not ready, Rimpleton. Stop it. That's it for
Go ahead and
me.
make your
Stuff you're
charisma saving
shaking
throw,
my head.
please.
All right, I'm gonna roll the lucky die
Roll the
here.
lucky die.
Natural 20.
Whoa! Burr, 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 burr. Yeah, you realize that you've been charmed by these creatures, and they are not funny, and they are not cool. They seem to be some sort of weird. Well, who knows what the fuck is happening? They are obviously magicians or magic users. What their specific deal is unclear to you. Are they goblins?
Jerks.
Like, what the hell is actually going on here? As for you, Alaron, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep laughing.
Go ahead
till
and
the
make
end
your
of my turn.
save.
You're not gonna believe it, actually.
Natural 20?
Natural
I
20.
believe it.
What?
I believe it.
Ones and
I
20s.
believe it.
Ones and 20s.
all night long. Yeah, you snap out of it. You like, snap out of it. You are on the ground. You basically, your dirt is covered in dust. Your hair is covered in dust. You've been rolling around in the dusty ground, laughing. Your gear is all over the place, and these creatures continue to apparently be held down by Dirac's vines, which is a concentration spell, if I'm not mistaken. So you
Yes.
should actually make a con save for me right now, since you took some psychic damage.
That I can do.
Please. 10
that is
the
plus my
DC.
constitution?
10, yeah.
Okay.
DC 10.
Ooh, nope, that's not gonna.
Unfortunately,
That's not
then
gonna work.
that vicious mocking was able to disrupt your concentration, and the vines begin to disappear, Dirac, as it turns into your turn.
All right. So you guys are gonna see Dirac raise his hand, and a little kind of goes like, and a small ball of flame appears, which I am going to hurl at the closer of the goblins.
Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. 15.
Awesome. Yeah. Go ahead and make your attack, please. And
Not today, Satan. All right, and that's gonna be 1d8. Oh wait. I haven't actually rolled to hit him. That was
yeah,
my
go ahead and
save.
roll to hit. And are you attacking the one that Kerjak attacked or the other one?
Yes, that one.
Which is yes.
Ooh.
Kerjak or other?
That was the one that Kerjak wasn't able to hit, right?
Yeah.
Or was it? Oh, I don't really know.
Are you attacking the one that Kerjak attacked or not? That's the question.
Is there any discernible difference between the two of them?
I mean, one of their skin tone, maybe the way their clothes are being worn, but
But there's not like
you-
the boss and the non-boss.
why don't you make an insight check? I guess.
All insight checks all day
Yeah,
long.
all day long.
That's gonna be a 22.
Nice roll. These people are insane. Insane. There's no hierarchy. There's just insanity behind those eyes. So much insanity
Okay.
that you get the sense that what you were talking about with nature being perverted here to some degree, you get the sense that these goblins have been changed into something else by whatever is happening with them. And you get the
Okay.
sense that they might not even be goblins anymore. Who knows what they are? But they have apparently gone insane. And they are obviously menacing your group.
Yeah.
Which one would
They
you
gotta
like
go.
to attack? The one that Kerjak
The one
attacked
that's
or not?
close. Yeah, that one.
Which is that one,
Sure.
please?
The one that Kerchak attacked.
Thank you. Please make your attack.
Yes. The other one. They are the same. Well, that's a 2, so that's gonna be a whole bunch of nope.
What's your total? Who knows?
Who knows? That's a good point. 8.
Eight,
How about
unfortunately, is not enough. As you basically aim for one of them, and he throws his jester hat forward as you singe the top of it, and it starts to light on fire a little bit. You singe to the top of his jester hat, and he's like sort of loving it actually that his head's on fire. He's like, ah! He's sort of running around like that. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Durak?
No.
Cool. They
no.
rush forward out of the vines that are disappearing, and they seem to both be chanting something now. They're saying, Max on Morris, Max and Morris, Max and Morris, Max and Morris, as they are rushing forward towards you, Alaron. They have their scepters, and they're attempting to strike you with their scepters. You are on the ground, so they have advantage to hit you. One of them will roll 20, and the other one will roll 19. As you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage in total. Boom! Boom! Are you conscious?
I'm not good, man.
I have a question, Ken.
Yeah.
Since I was engaged
Make your
with
attack of opportunity, for sure.
Okay. That is a 15.
Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
That is a 1.
You are charmed by this creature as you attempt to raise up your greatsword to bring it down. It's just so funny. Its head's on fire, and maybe that's reminding you of some story that one of the people told you that you really loved, and you are just loving this at this point. You don't know why you wanted to hurt these guys. They're so for fun. So fun. So fun. And you do not make your attack of opportunity as they rush towards Alaron and they pummel him with their scepters. Alaron, are you still awake?
Yes, barely.
Perfect.
I'm bloody.
Good to know. You are bloodied. In fact, your head is cracked open a little bit. Blood is starting to trail out. Yeah, it's gnarly shit. And you don't have your shield, unfortunately, either. But it is your turn, Kerjak. What would you like to do? It's your turn, Kerjak.
Kerjak?
Oh, it's my
Yes,
turn.
you are Kerjak.
Let's see. Wait, he's charged. He's like,
Why don't you go ahead and make a history check, Kerjak?
Okay. Kojak can do that. Ooh, that is an 18.
Nice. Well done.
Kojak likes his
Kerjak,
story.
something is starting to you've heard tales of these creatures. You are remembering something about these creatures. These creatures are called nilbogs. Yeah, they're not goblins. They're nilbogs, which is goblin spelled backwards.
Backwards.
Indeed. And the reason it's spelled backwards is because goblins don't like these guys. The reason they don't like them is because in legend, apparently, they hold shards of the spirit of the goblin trickster god, Magubliet. And so they are literal avatars of the goblin trickster god, who was apparently supposed to have been killed in legend, but instead turned themselves into many different shards. And so apparently you have come upon two former goblins who have been infected, if you will, or taken on, perhaps, the spirit, the avatar, the entity, Magoobliette. And you should make a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn.
Went up by one.
2. Awesome. You continue to be charmed by them. That you think Magoobliette is really cool. Maybe you should, become a Nilbog. Who knows? Aren't goblins just like halflings to orcs? Isn't that what somebody said? So
Makes me think
yeah.
it does.
Maybe they weren't being super mean. Maybe they had maybe it's cool that they speak giant. Why do they speak giant? That's interesting.
Maybe they're just thick.
Maybe. Callie, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm like, they're messing with us. I'm going to take a playing card and throw it at the one that I guess they're both bashing Aileron.
Yes.
So I'm going to throw it the one closest to me.
Got it. Go ahead and make your attack. But before you do, you should make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma save is a 12.
That is exactly what you need. That is the DC for all of their saves. It is 12.
Got it. So I'm going to make my playing card attack.
Go ahead.
It is a 17.
Totally a success. How much damage do you do?
Let's see. Now, there's no other ally threatening them right now. Oh, no, wait. Aileron's
Aileron
up,
is
yeah?
right there, and he is threatening them with his fists. Yes, and his legs.
I'm going
and
to
his
sneak
body.
attack.
Go ahead and make your sneak attack on top of that.
So sneak attack, I've got a total of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
In total. You're
Yep.
a murderer. But unfortunately, as your card strikes the goblin in the back of the head, that flash of light happens again. Its scepter lights up. Its own eyes light up. And where you struck it lights up. Sort of a reddish light. And you even hear almost like a faint laughter, like a in like the air around you, as you see there's no damage done to this creature.
And I am going to step behind Direct.
Yes, you do. You step behind Direct. And it is your turn, Aileron. They are right in front of you.
I'm going to kip up with my shield and sword.
Yeah.
And do I have enough time to make an attack?
I think because your sword and shield were like right there, yes, I think you could make an attack. Go ahead. Which one are you attacking? The one that Callie attacked or the other one?
Now, did Callie attack the other one, or did she attack the same one that Kerjak attacked?
She attacked the one that is not, whose head is not on fire. So Kerjak attacked the one whose head is on fire, and Callie attacked the other one.
I'm going to attack the one with the head on
Go ahead
fire.
and make your attack, but you need to make a charisma saving throw before you do.
Is this a charm effect?
It is!
I'm going to roll with
You
advantage.
should, you half-elven lovely man.
Oh, no way. Oh. Well, I still fail because the DC's 12, I got a 10.
Yeah, dude, you are charmed, and you do not attack him. You love that flaming hat. Maybe you need a flaming hat. Who knows?
You're a horrible person.
I am terrible, as a matter of fact, yes. Welcome to my game, everybody. And thanks for tuning in, everybody who's watching us on Twitch or on YouTube. We are having so much fun, and we're glad you guys could be with us. Who needs a Cajun accent? Somebody needs a Cajun. They're calling you Halfling Gamblet now, Callie. Yeah, so
You don't want to hear my Cajun accent.
maybe I do. Who knows? At any rate, it is your turn, Durak. What would you like to do? We'll wait for just 1 second for Durak to get back. Yeah, the Nilbogs, they are having a lovely time. They're dancing. They're laughing. They are hooping and hopping around. They continue to chant, Max and Morris, Max and Morris, Max and Morris, as they're sort of jumping around and just making a real sort of nuisance of themselves. They are obviously right next to Aileron, who has gotten up from the ground. You are behind Durak, Callie, whereas Kerjak is still over by where the vines were, about a good 30 feet away from you guys. But it is your turn, Durak. What would you like to do?
So I guess this is the time for being bold. So Callie, I know you're hiding behind me, but at this particular moment, you realize that you thought you were hiding behind me, but where I was, I no longer am. I am gone.
I'm
Sorry, leaving you exposed. Yeah, I'm gonna use my invisibility
Yeah.
thing. What's it called? Hidden step.
Yeah.
And I would like to try to go over to where these creeps are, and get their staff, get one of their staff
Cool.
away from them.
That's great. That'll be a grapple check. So you can obviously make your check
Okay.
with advantage because you're invisible, and they will make their check. Are you attacking flame or grabbing flamehead or non-flamehead? We'll find out soon, everybody.
The suspense
The
is killing
suspense
me.
is killing
Right.
me too. Flamehead
Hi,
or flame?
it's me again.
Flamehead or non-flamehead?
Let's go for the flame head.
Flamehead. What did you get?
I just want to double check. I'm adding my
That's
strength.
correct. Your athletics, technically.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. They're both
Same
0.
thing, yeah.
Ooh, I got a 3 and a 4.
Nice. It got a 14. You come out of nowhere, like you just appear next to it. And you're so big and it's so small, it's almost like a tidal wave coming over a little boat. But that boat just shoots right out the side. Whee! As it sort of you totally miss him. He's just super squirmy and you don't even touch him as he leaps to the side. However, he does look right at you.
Little jerk.
And you need to make a wisdom saving throw, please. As he goes, no.
Okay, it's an 11.
11, awesome. You are under a confusion effect. You are now confused. On your turn, you will be doing random behavior. You're going to need to roll a d10 when you start your turn. The other one will go to just continue to dance, and I think that he will mock you, Kerjack, and you need to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Kerjack rolls a 4.
Awesome. You are definitely
That rolling
mocked.
so well.
As you will be taking a mighty 2 points of psychic damage, 3 points of psychic damage. And your next attack will be at disadvantage as you are mocked and giant by him as he says, your tusks suck. Something like to that effect. But it allows you to make a saving throw, or in fact, the charm effect basically ends when you're damaged. So you're no longer charmed as he mocks you. And it is your turn, Kerjack. What would you like to do?
Kerjack is going to step forward and attempt to grab this stupid tiny thing.
Awesome. Go ahead and make a athletics check.
Ta-da! That is a 23.
You are so lucky because I rolled a 20 myself. So I rolled 18 actually. But at any rate, you are totally able to.
I also rolled an 18.
Nice, yeah. So nice. So are you trying to grab the flame-headed one or the other one?
Flame-headed
Yeah,
one.
you definitely grab his flame head, and his hat comes off, and it's on the ground, and it sort of goes out, and he's like struggling, and obviously he goes buck wild, like a wild animal that is like grabbed. He is just going nuts. He is trying to free himself. He's like biting you. He's just laughing, crying. He is going nuts insane. He's just going buck wild. And that's what he's doing. It is your turn, Callie. What would you like to do?
I am going to charge the other one and also try to tackle him.
Awesome. You may make an athletics check.
I am so bad at this.
Good. Good
me
news.
I got a natural 20!
Nicely done.
The
Nice.
die of the night.
I rolled a 5. So yeah, goblin or not, or excuse me, Nilbog on halfling action is going down. Small creature on small creature. As you basically slide dive kick one of them and leg lock him, and he's on the ground, and you're tussling around with him. But you definitely have the upper hand at this point, as you guys are grappling them. Alaron, it's your turn. You're charmed. What would you like to do? Your friends are grappling your other friends.
Are they both grappled?
They are both grappled, and you're very hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to second wind.
Makes sense. Go ahead and roll your d10.
Oh, sweet, got a 10.
Nice. Yeah. You definitely take a moment to center yourself, regain some vitality, and get ready to keep going. As it
Good.
turns into Darak, what would you like to do?
Can I make a save against
Oh,
the
I'm sorry. Yes,
charm
please
effect?
go ahead and make your save. Yes, please do.
Oh, really?
Seriously?
Hey, dude, you rolled a bunch
I
of
rolled
20s.
two-
You rolled a bunch of 20s at the front.
those
So.
20.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I wish
I rolled two
rolled
4s.
Nice.
Oh,
Mighty 4.
4s, man.
All right.
4s have a special place in my heart.
I did roll 3 20s.
Yeah. That's some
We've been
brutal
on a
shit,
roll.
man. That is Darak, it's your
Speak for
turn. What would you like to
yourself,
do?
Okay, so the end up charmed,
I'm sorry?
and the last turn, did I end up charmed by that guy?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Oh, you were
Okay, cool.
confused.
Oh.
So you need to roll a d10 at the beginning of your turn.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's going on with the intertube over here, but I'm soldiering on best
Thank
I can.
you. We're so happy to have
4.
you. 4.
4.
Mighty 4. You don't move or take actions this turn at all. Please describe for us what you sort of look like and what's happening.
Wait, I don't what?
You don't move or take actions. You cannot move or take actions this turn.
Because I'm confused.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm about to try and reach out, but then I notice I don't know, I think I hear something
Yeah.
in the wind.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You hear the word Forge Peak.
Wait, I got it.
Forge Peak.
Voices of the mountain.
I'm just like, listen, Nilbug, I gotta take
I
this.
gotta take this. And please make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn to see if you save out of this confusion effect.
Ooh, 10.
10 is not enough. You know you need a 12. So you, my friend, continue to be confused as it is their turn.
Oh,
They are
boy.
squirming and going nuts. I need Kerjak and Callie to both make athletics checks, please.
That is another 23.
Nice.
A lemon?
A lemon is good. They only got a 10. So you guys are able to hold on to them, and they're continue to be grappled as they're trying to get out. However, they both will mock the two of you, and you both need to now be making charisma saving throws, please.
4. I told you, 4 has a special place in my heart.
Indeed, as you
15.
take 4 points of psychic damage, Kerjak.
Wow.
Yeah, as they are
Insult?
mocking you, they're mocking your bloodline. They're going deep. They're talking about your parents. Who knows what they're saying? Terrible things. Callie, what did you get?
I got 15.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you're good. You're good. The mocking does not affect you. You've heard worse insults than halfling bars, that's for sure. So.
Sticks and stones, jerks.
Awesome. Yes, they are unable to break free. They are unable to hurt you, Callie, but definitely you, Kerjak. You've been mocked. And it's your turn, Kerjak. What would you like to do?
Kerjak would like to pick up the flaming hat and shove it into its mouth.
All right, sure. That's more of an improvised attack, so you need to make a charisma saving throw as you attempt to do that.
I rolled a 4 again.
Awesome, you were charmed. The hat is so cool. You put the hat on. You're like, oh, this hat's so sick. I love this hat. Flaming hat for life.
To be fair, it is a sweet hat.
Yeah, it's a sweet
I
hat.
have a flaming
It's so
hat.
It's on
sweet.
fire.
It's super sick, nasty, sweet. Callie, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So me and this goblin were
Tussling,
grappling,
wrestling.
fingers are going up noses and stuff, and
pulling ears.
I'm gonna try to grab this thing's staff and just pull it out of his hands.
Okay, cool. Then you're gonna need to make a dexterity or athletics or acrobatics check. That's up to you. Which one you want to make?
I will choose acrobatics.
Cool. It's also
'cause
making
I'm good at
acrobatics
it.
check to try and oppose you.
All right. I got a 12.
12 is very good. You are easily able to whip sort of the staff, the scepter, as it were, out of the creature's hands, and it goes really nuts now. Like it's trying to bite your face off nuts. Like it's feral cat trying to kill you, going nuts at this point. Now that you've grabbed its scepter, it just can't handle that. shit.
Finders keepers.
Yeah. Nice.
Losers weepers.
Alaran, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You're
I'm
charmed.
still charmed, huh?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go into a defensive position.
Yeah, cool. So
Like turn them up.
yeah, you take the dodge action, so anyone have disadvantage to hit you. And you can make a save at the end of your turn if that's what you want to do.
I will.
Yeah, you put up your shield and sort of are sort of looking over that.
I'm still feeling happy about these.
Yeah, you're feeling so happy about them. With advantage, can't get free of the charm. Love
With
it.
advantage, can't.
Love it. Love it. Are you saying anything in giant? Anyway. It is your turn, Duroc. What's good? Roll that d10, please.
Oh boy. 9.
Oh, you lucky Duroc. The creature can act and move normally. You are not confused right now. The wind clears your eyes for a moment.
Thank goodness. So I'm still standing right next to this guy.
Yep. And he's grappled.
I am. Okay.
And I have a
So
flaming.
I'm going to try to set him on fire again.
Okay, very good. You need to make a charisma saving throw before you attack him.
Actually, wait. He's grappled.
Yeah.
Can I try to take his staff again?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I forgot that was my original plan.
No problem.
Okay,
You
I'm
can
gonna try
make
to do
an
that.
athletics or an acrobatics check to try and get it out of his hand, as it were.
Do acrobatics.
Cool. He will as well.
That's gonna be
He
16.
gets a 17, unfortunately, as you guys are doing this weird roundabout thing, and he just twists your wrist right at the last moment, and you let go of it, unfortunately, as he continues to hold on to it. It is his turn, and he attempts to hit you in the face with it. He'll roll an armor class of 14. So that does not hit you with your armor class 15. So
No,
yeah.
it does not.
But he definitely does strike you, but there's just no strength behind the blow. It's just like he taps you or something like that with it.
I'm 8 foot tall.
Yeah. It's
Little-
like he
little-
basically
little
is hitting you
nothing?
in the shin, and it's obviously not having any effect. Cool. The other one, who has a flaming hat not on him, or no, that was a flaming hat one, is the one who tried to hit you. The other one, whose staff is with Callie, attempts to get that staff back, and so that'll be an athletics or an acrobatics check on your part, Callie.
All right, let's see. Acrobatics 16.
Success, as you are able to sort of push him off, and you even see it looks like that Rimpleton runs up and like butts him in the knee or something like that, and sort of distracts him for a moment, as you're able to hold on to that scepter, and he's not able to get it out of your hands. It is your turn, Kerjak. What would you like to do?
Just kind of give the Nilbog in my arms a hug.
Okay, yeah, you give him a big
So
hug.
sorry.
I'm gonna say it's so tight and you're so strong that he's still grappled. Like you're just hugging him so tight. Is there anything you're saying to him?
It's like, how do you know what I've been through? You insult me so aptly. How?
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn, please.
Oh, I got my first one.
Yay! Awesome. Awesome. Yes, you break out of it and you're like, why am I crying on this Nilbog? Wait, what? Your tears dry.
What's going on?
There's a flaming hat on your head. He smells terrible. He's covered in dried blood. It's like, oh, it's just disgusting. Just super, super disgusting. And it's your turn, Callie. What would you like to do?
I am going to get up with this staff, and I'm going to be like, who's funny now? And then I'm going to just run with the staff and like run as far away from this goblin as I can on my turn.
Are you disengaging from him? That would be nice and ask you.
No, I will let him take an
He
opportunity
will
attack.
take that opportunity attack as he attempts to punch you in the face. He rolls an armor class of 7, which is not enough. Of course, you're too lithe and dexterous as you're able to sort of na-na-na-na-na-na and run away. And he's just tearing his hair out and throwing his hat on the ground and stomping on it. And he seems super pissed off. His bells are jingling, ching, 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 ching. And so,
You're really
yeah, you know.
I'm just going to run with it like.
Yeah, you run away. You totally run away. It's your turn, Alaron. What would you like to do? Death hugs. Love it.
That's how it stinks, Telly. The other one still has a staff.
Yes, the one that is no longer wearing its burning hat still has its scepter. The other one has no scepter and also has no one grappling it either. It's probably about 10 feet away from you, Alaron. It looks like it's very focused on following Callie. It's also right next to, or not next to Duroc. Duroc's next to Flaming Hat.
I'm actually going to try and take the scepter from the one that Kerjak
Cool,
is
you make
grappling.
athletics or acrobatics check.
I'll make an acrobatics check.
All right.
Is that what I think it is? Yeah, it is what I think it is. That's a 1.
Yeah. What's your total?
My total is a 6.
A 6. Unfortunately, that's what I rolled on the die, so I have an 8. And you are unable to rip the sort of scepter out of its hands. It's really hanging on to it. Really, really hard. Really hanging on to that scepter. Duroc, it's your go. What's good? Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw just to make sure that confusion is up or not.
Okay. So not a D10, a new save.
Yeah, make a saving throw, please, because I don't think you made one at the end of your last turn.
Okay, that's gonna be a wisdom. Ooh, how about a 9?
9 is still no good, so you're still confused, and you need to roll your D10.
The wisest of us all.
6.
Mighty 6. The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn. Again, the wind blowing in your ears. So you're like, wait, what? And you sort of, yeah, you start swaying softly. You're just enjoying in life. And so, yeah.
It's all balanced. Yeah. I mean, we're exactly where we need to be right now.
Indeed. The Nilbog who chases you, Callie, and gets right next to you, but is unable to get the scepter out of your hands. Kerjak, the Nilbog attempts to get out of your hug. Are you letting him go?
Oh. Right,
You're still
probably.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. So you let him go. He gets out of the hug. He has a scepter.
Oh no! Wait, I rolled a 20 last time.
Oh, that's right. So
I'm not charmed.
That's right. You're not. Charmed.
No, I don't. No.
So then he's going to attempt to slip out of your arms. Go ahead and make your athletics or acrobatics check, or athletics.
That is another 23.
Nicely done. You definitely hang on to him, and that's when he tries to hit you in the face with a scepter. Rolling a natural 1,
okay.
And he just can't even get any leverage to try and even swing it. So no good for him. It is your turn, Kerjak. What do you want to do?
While he's waving the scepter, Kerjak is going to go, oh, thank you, and grab it while he's waving
it
up there.
Athletics check, please, or acrobatics. It's up to you.
That's a 19.
Wow, that's exactly what I got. So it's a push.
Oh.
And tie goes to the defender, unfortunately. So he is not capable of ripping out of his hands. As you guys are, you're just fighting back and forth for it. It's your turn, Callie. What do you want to do? There's a Nilbog right in front of you. Seems like he's gonna tear your face off.
I am going to. We're in melee, so I kind of want to step back and like throw a playing card at him. Oh no, wait! I have a dagger. I'll take the dagger out with my other hand and wait for an opening and stab.
Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw before you attempt to stab him.
Oh gosh. 8.
Yeah, you are charmed once again. As you're like, oh, wait a second. No, you're pretty cool.
We're like dancing.
Yeah, you're like dance fighting. It's like, oh yeah, this is, I know how to do this. This is fun.
Have I robbed you before? How do I know you?
Don't I know you? Did I see you at this club? Yeah. He's just so Nilboggy. You just love him. Alaron, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go and try and take a staff again.
Go ahead and make your check.
We will succeed eventually.
Eventually.
That's a 10.
10 is good, as you're able to rip it out. I got a 9, and you rip it out of his hands. He's like going, nah! He's just going nuts. It's your turn, Duroc. What would you like to do? The one in front of you.
Try to make my save.
Oh, Duroc is me. Yeah. Okay.
Save.
Cool.
So rolled a 13 on my whiz
So
save because I
you're good.
keep not doing
Yeah,
it at the
I
end
know,
of my
so
turns.
it's
Okay,
fine, yeah.
cool.
So you act normally. You're
so-
no longer confused. It's all gone.
And I'm staring down this
Yeah.
tiny pest,
Yes,
this blight,
definitely.
who's now been robbed of his staff. And I'm going to. I have been denied my chance to set him on fire, but I feel that now is going to work.
Now is the time.
I'm going to set him on fire.
That was the winter of our discontent.
Mhm.
Go ahead and make your attack as you attempt to set him on fire.
That's an 18. Oh, plus 6, 24.
Cool. You totally strike him. How much damage do you do? Excuse me, I 5 damage?
5
yeah,
damages.
you burn him. Finally, he's like, ah! He's just crying
We hit
out
a
in
goblin.
pain. Ah, why? He says in common, why?
Why? You hurt us.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
hurt me. You hurt nature. You hurt plants. We have to put it all right. Ugh.
Totally.
What haven't you done?
He says, I haven't worn your skin yet. And he viciously mocks you as you need to make a weird saving throw. Yeah, he's mocking you.
Mocking that.
Mocking it.
Bro. It's a charisma save?
No, I
some
don't
reason.
think it is a charisma save at this point, unfortunately for me. But let me just confirm that with my handy dandy app here. If you guys aren't using D&D Beyond, it's a fun app. Definitely check it out. Great way to bring up spells while you're at the table. This is actually going to be a wisdom saving throw for you at this point because he doesn't have his scepter anymore.
So that's a 11.
Which is still not enough. Their DC is 12. As you
I keep
take,
forgetting that. Okay.
you take 4 points of psychic damage, and your next attack or physical thing will be at disadvantage, as he has mocked you.
Ouchie.
Yes. Are you bloodied or anything like that? Are you half hit points or below?
I am actually.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Blood tears start coming out your eyes. Maybe you're like, "Meh, why? I don't know.
I'm really being borne down
yeah,
here.
I know. These nilbogs, no joke. And it is the other one's turn, who looks at you and says in common, Callie, "Give me my scepter. Anoint me, my lady."
I mean, we go back.
Yep.
Yeah, you can have it.
He takes it and then he tries to hit you on the head with it.
Betrayal.
Indeed, as he rolls an armor class of 18 and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as he clocks you over the head.
That was so
And you are no
mean.
longer charmed. And it is your turn, Kerjak.
Kerjak walks over to the other goblin
Well,
and
you still have
attempts
one
to...
in your hands, in your arms, who's shaking around.
Can I switch him to hold it with one hand and use the other, or is that going to be...
Unfortunately, I do not think you are able to grapple 2 creatures at this point. This one's going so nuts. It's like a wild cat. It's like a wild animal.
Well then, I kind of hold the great sword and just sort of slap his head into
Cool.
it.
Awesome.
Just wham.
Awesome. Go ahead and make your attack, please.
That is a 20 non-natural.
Success. How much damage do you do?
Those are them snake eyes. I do a whopping 7 points
He's
of
already
damage.
taken 5 points of fire damage from Durak. Can you please describe for us how you defeat this creature?
As I said, plant the sword into the ground. Bam! Right into the head. It just, cuts into the head and then just drops.
So you're doing it you're slamming his head into the sharp side of the sword? Yeah, okay.
Yes!
Yeah, you cleave his head in twain. As it's basically almost like a melon. And it's like brain and blood just starts coming out. It's like you just drop the dead body. Gagoom. That's brutal. That was a brutal death. Yeah, that happened.
Yes. Still an orc.
Anything else you want to do, Kerjak?
Approach the other one.
You are easily
Go and zoom over it.
Yeah, you're easily able. And he looks up at you and he's like, "What's up, man? he says in common. And it's your turn, Callie. You are flanking
after
this
this
creature with Kerjack.
backstabber.
Yeah, you are flanking this creature with Kerjack. Yes, you are. You have combat advantage, as it were, or advantage technically.
Well,
not
I'm
specific
just-
advantage, but you know what I mean. You can do your sneak attack.
yeah. Well, he still has his scepter, right? I gave it back.
You did give it back to him. That is true.
I am going to try to grab it right back.
Okay, cool. Then
We're
you
playing
know
hot
the
potato
drill.
with the scepter. All right. I got a 12.
I got a 19, so you're not able to as he sort of cartwheels around, sort of moving out of your way. Again, these guys are so liquid. Like I said, thinking about trying to hold a cat that doesn't want to be held is really a great way to think about how they move and what's going on with them. Do you want to do anything? Wow. You want to do anything else on your turn, Kelly?
I can't really move away without getting attacked, so I'm just going to stand there.
Yeah, makes sense. And it is your turn, Alaron.
I'm going to charge the creature.
You do. Ah! You need to make a charisma saving throw as you attack this one that has his scepter. You do have advantage on that charisma saving throw, of course.
Make an 18.
You're good. Yeah. Go ahead and make your attack.
13 versus AC.
It's a success. How much damage do you do?
9 damage.
Please describe for us how you defeat this creature, as it seems as if it's
I
magic
run
and
in,
not working.
I run and do a backflip and leap and shove my rapier right into his eye.
Ooh.
And with that, the creature collapses in front of all of you. And we are out of initiative.
Oh, that was rough.
That
Ooh.
was very frustrating.
Oh, I told you goblins are gross.
Yeah,
Just
goblins are
wrong.
gross.
Nothing like
Yeah.
halflings. Nothing like us. We're different.
Kerjack say goblins are annoying.
Yeah, those weren't goblins though. Those were something else. I've encountered goblins in the past. I've never seen a goblin act or move like that before.
Oh, not actual goblin is Nilbug.
That's just goblin backwards.
But is crazy goblin is goblin infected by bad magics. Bad god. Goblin god. Goblin god is bad god.
I get that. Okay.
You all realize
Oh,
that you all realize that Kerjack speaks giant as well as his broken common. Just reminding you.
Well, I don't know that Alaron speaks
Yep, just
giant.
reminding you guys. Just reminding you.
No, I don't know that. Kerjack doesn't know
Just
that, so he
reminding
would
you. Just reminding you.
Kerjack it goblin.
My apologies. Go ahead.
I searched the immediate area.
Cool. What are you doing, Kerjack?
Kind of drag the bodies to the side for now, just like get them off the road.
Nobogs, are you dragging them towards the camp with the rest of the dead goblins and the dead travelers, or somewhere else?
Probably near the goblins,
Cool.
but not necessarily towards the travelers'
Okay.
dead bodies.
Okay, and how about you?
Wait, we shouldn't drag them. We should pick them up because if we drag them, all the dirt is going to get moved around. And I think the dirt and the ground has suffered enough.
Just grabs each by the cloth and just lifts it up like, okay.
We'll just,
And
you know,
anything-
nothing else needs to be disturbed.
Anything else you're doing specifically, Durak?
Hmm?
Anything else that you're doing specifically, Durak, besides helping Kerjack with the
Oh.
bodies?
Yes, I actually want to go to the campsite and sort of see what the situation is with the other bodies that were there.
Totally.
And like see if like the campsite itself can be restored. And if the bodies can be tended to or buried or at least left for the crows in an orderly way.
Okay. And Callie, how about you?
Try and set things back.
And then I'm gonna call Rimpleton over to the safety of my backpack where he can chill for a bit, and then and also just kind of search.
Yeah, unfortunately his
guess-
crown was trampled in the fight, so he doesn't have his grass crown anymore, and he's definitely not super happy about that.
Monsters. How dare
Yeah, he's
they?
pouting. He's rimpy pouting.
The thing I'm most mad about, actually. Never mind all this blood all over me, but Um, well, I guess I'm gonna take Rimpleton and go try to help search the campsite. Maybe can we search the bodies of these neobogs?
Definitely. So here's what I'd love for everyone to do. Alaron, it sounds like you're making an investigations check. Callie, it sounds like you are making a perception check effectively to try and find things. Kerjak
Mhm.
and Durak, you guys are dealing with the bodies, it seems like. Kerjak, are you helping Durak with the orderly work of moving bodies or digging graves or anything like that?
Am I?
No, Kerjak.
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
Kerjak, are you helping
Uh,
Durak with the bodies?
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
seems like the nightly
Great.
thing to do.
Great. Callie,
Seems like what the nightly stories would
you
do.
guys see Callie patting down the nilbogs, trying to see if they have apparently anything on them. They don't.
Uh,
They don't have anything except their scepters and what turns out to be like leather sort of armor, sort of padded armor that they're wearing. They're sort of jester's motley, as it were, but they don't have any goods on them or treasure or anything like that. Alaron, what'd you get on your investigation check?
11.
A lemon. Yeah, you get the sense
11.
that what the dwarf said is exactly right. That it looks to you like the goblins attack these travelers who are on the road. It looks like to you that there may have been a wizard and a rogue and a fighter, that makes any sense. That's sort of the types of them. They're all human. They are a mix of male and female. There's 2 females and 1 male, and they are definitely dead. You are able to see that it looks like that they don't have any money or anything like that on them. Callie, what'd you get on your perception check?
I got an 8.
An 8. Very good. Yes, like I said, you didn't find anything on the nilbogs, and as you sort of are looking around at the other goblins and the humans, you're not seeing really anything except gear. Nothing that seems to be worth much. There may be a spell component pouch that the Arcanist had, but that's really it. Alaron, you are seeing what I mentioned. It definitely looks to you as if what the dwarf said is totally correct. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. Kerjak, as you are helping Durak, you guys have basically seems to me you guys are like spending an hour here, a short rest, if you will. Some of you are sort of resting, and some of you are doing some work, as the case may be. It sounds to me like you're digging graves for these bodies. Are you digging graves for the humans and the goblins, or one or the other, or what's the deal?
That's a lot of goblin bodies. Probably just burn the goblins.
Cool.
Burn the goblins.
Cool. You can definitely action that if Durak is amenable.
Yeah,
Dur-
I don't know that I feel the need even to dig graves. I just want to make sure that, unless that's what is done in my people, we don't, should we do that?
Kerjak also assumed that you were doing it because that's sort of the thing that you do. Because he doesn't quite figure. He's like, just you die in battle and then you die in battle, and most of the time it's a war, so nobody cares. It's like, isn't that what you do? You bury them?
Just
Well,
roll them into the gutter.
Uh,
that
I think it's a
doesn't
good idea.
seem right.
it's
I think it is.
burn them. They died in battle, so they died a glorious death. Their body is an empty shell. Their spirits fight forever on. An endless battle.
I don't know that dying in battle is glorious, but you're right that their spirits have gone.
I say
Plus, they're covered in fleas, so
Just
Well, we will burn them and send them on to wherever ghosts go.
find them. I will help you burn them, and then we shall try and make our way before dark.
Indeed. As Durak, you were trying to make the campsite sort of back the way it is. And through that process, you find in the ashes of the campfire a vial of glowing red liquid, what you believe to be some sort of magical potion of some type. Additionally, as your group is burning all of these bodies, the goblins and the humans, I take it, together, you obviously smell the nasty smells and see the smoke. But specifically from the Nilbog corpses, you see what look like two inky spirits sort of rising up. They have smiling goblin faces on them as they disappear into the smoke. And you hear the laughter on the wind. You get the sense that Magoobliette's spirit is definitely not affected by what you have done.
Well, let's hope that wherever bad ghosts go, we won't see them again.
Hopefully it doesn't attack anyone innocent.
I wonder if next time we should leave the body normally, so that the spirits remain trapped in the dead bodies.
A lot less work.
Then look at Aileron and Callie and go, Gojak think next time we leave body alone. Spirits stay inside like box.
Maybe. Perhaps. We'll think of another way of disposing bodies the next time we find a god residing in it.
Indeed. And so after this sort of grim affair, you've taken a rest, you've burned the bodies, you've found a magical potion, which you're easily able to identify as a healing potion, a potion of healing. You continue onwards, and you make your way as the sun is going down behind you into the mountains towards Hammerfast. And that, as you come upon it, is where we're going to end for tonight. You see Hammerfast in the distance. The dwarves have obviously created a large fortified city out of the necropolis that once stood here. You see different types of large, what are obviously like monoliths to the dead, right next to what seem to be regular homes. And as you guys are approaching the gates, you can see that they are open and heavily guarded. But we will pick up there next time. Awesome. This has been so good, you guys. Thank you. Woo!
Thank you.
Awesome. This was really good. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If you didn't know, I'm Burlingsbeard, Ken Breeze. You can find my website. You can see all the cool things that I'm doing, teaching D&D, running events, my podcast, more sort of stuff like this. And please definitely tune in next time. I'm hoping to do this on maybe a weekly or semi-weekly or bi-monthly, as the case may be, basis. Who knows? But we'll get this group or maybe an expanded group, as the case may be, together next time and definitely get together. But I want to thank each and every one of you who are watching. Definitely want to thank you, players. Thank you so much. Darak, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself again as you sign off?
Think for today, we'll just leave it. My name is Finley.
Cool.
If you want to check me out on Twitter or that's the thing that kids do,
They
right?
do.
You can find me at A Tiny Glow, where I mostly retweet things about politics. But
Perfect.
that's that.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And for you, Callie, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what's going on with you?
Yeah, my name is Kelsey. If you want to check out what I do, you can follow me on Twitter at Arcane Library. I have a website, The Arcane Library, and I put out D&D content, mostly for Dungeon Masters. And
I love your
scope it
eel
out.
folk, dude. Those eel folk are sick.
Thank you. I make some creatures, and I'm actually launching an adventure in about 2 weeks. It features the eel folk, and it's going to be a free download, so totally scope it out.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for playing. Really, really, really appreciate it. And
Thank you for having
of
me.
course. And it's, excuse me, Kerjak, can you please tell us what's going on with you? And thank you so much for playing.
Yeah, no, thanks. Anastasia, I poison and turn youngins into the dark path.
Are you gonna
I-
be at Free RPG Day this Saturday at the 20-sided store?
Yes.
Yes.
I will be running a couple of games at the 20-sided store.
Yeah.
Well, Shadowrun, and Weeby Goblins.
Oh, hey,
for-
this fits right in with that,
That's a
doesn't
good
it?
one.
Very cool.
Yes,
So the PCs
so
play
this
as
is,
goblins in that?
You play as a bunch of goblins. This is the We Before Goblins. This is the goblins before they actually become part of the clan.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Shenanigans shall happen.
Cool, very fun. Well, I'll see you there. I'll be running Star Wars and an adventure that I wrote and is actually for sale in the DMs Guild called The Mystery of the Eureka Theater, which should be a lot of fun. So that will be great. And last but obviously not least, Alaron, thank you so much for playing. Can you sign off and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. My name's Anthony. I'm an artist slash ad man. You can catch out some of my sketches on my Instagram. It's I'll allow it at I'll allow it. Allow is spelled with an E at the end, so it's ALLOWE. It. Check me out.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much again for playing, all y'alls, and we're definitely looking forward to getting together again, and we're definitely hoping to have as great a response as we did. Thank you all so much for watching. We definitely appreciate it, and we'll catch up with you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.
Bye.